Becoming Led Zeppelin at IMAX. You told me about it last week, and then I instantly bought tickets because I don't know how that wasn't on my radar. And I think the movie held true to what it was billed as, which is the becoming.
Yep.
It
Yep.
left you wanting more because they end at Zeppelin 2, and you're like, okay,
Yeah.
now
It
you're
didn't.
yeah, now you're a dominant force in the world. We want to see it, but you saw that, right? If you were alive or if you were a fan at any point in your life, you saw what they became. But the becoming of, I think, was they were very specific and deliberate in that, and I think that made
Yep.
it so sweet.
I think that just, they only want to highlight their beginning. They want to ignore their end. They want to ignore their middle, which were more lackluster. The middle wasn't lackluster so much, but it really, went downhill at the very end. It's just, that's what you do. You highlight your best stuff. So, it was, for me, it was a little short. I went with a 21-year-old. I got to stop doing things with 21-year-olds because his first comment was, "Wait, this is a documentary." He thought he was going to get like something like the Queen movie, where it was going to, or the Johnny Cash movie, or the Ray Charles movie, where it was like not a documentary but a dramatization of their life, etc. And it was not that. It was just a documentary. So. For him, it was difficult to sit through long, psychedelic 9-minute songs. For me, it was perfect. I loved it. I'm glad they did it. They needed to get like an official documentary sort of from them out, chronicling their early years. And, some of the video was really great. Like the Royal Albert Hall video at the end was like, they were just so tight and so good. And they just clearly knocked the socks off everyone. And that is
Yeah,
Led
and
Zeppelin really reaching their heights, so
I
it was
also
good.
thought, yeah, I did. I agree.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the breakdown of like who wrote what and sort of those deeper bits that you don't often get. I mean, you kind of knew going into it, if you're a fan, that Jimmy Page had had previous success.
Yeah.
Uh, John Paul Jones was a studio musician. Like, none of that was new, but like some of their childhood backgrounds and all of that, like, it was a very deep dive. And if you were even remotely a fan, I would go see it. Seeing the interviews of these living legends and watching them watch some of their own footage and hearing John Bonham, like, those are
Yeah.
very precious, sweet fan moments that you don't get from artists that were famous in the 60s and 70s. You don't get those sweet moments that you do with a Taylor Swift who's woven herself into your social media and your consciousness and done
Yeah.
so beautifully. Like, her fans love her.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you don't get that with this older music. And so I felt like that was that glimpse of that we get to get as the old people.